Hey, Vagabond Pat here. Thanks for tuning in. Whether you're returning or you're just tuning in for the first time, greatly appreciate it. Right now, this is an update about the van. And what we have going on, you're probably saying, if you're returning, you're probably saying, Pat, you've been saying this for a while now. You've been saying you're going to sell the van. You've been saying you're going to ride the bike cross country. We're ready for it. Well, guess what? That time is about to come because the van is sold. That's right. I sold it to Clement, something like that. Well, anyway, some guy out in New York bought it, right? He sent me a check. Now, in a couple hours, supposedly in like 5 or 6 hours, someone's gonna come and I'm gonna pay them to transport it to New York, but that check will cover it. So hopefully, I just put the check in the bank today because it just came in today. So hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday, the check will go through. I have the money for the van, and then I'll get the money back from shipping it out to this guy. So, hey, going to New York, it's not the money I would have liked to make on it, but I got to get rid of this, And another thing is, I hope I'm just messing with you. I'm not that dumb. The van is sold though. Well, yeah. I sold it legally. I have to say I sold it. You know what I'm saying? Technically, I'm pretty much gifting it, I guess, but you have to pay taxes or something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I might be able to put for $0, but my dad wants it. So because I ain't gonna get nearly what it's worth out here right now. So people are super low out here, man. A lot of low ballers out here. So he needs he wants another vehicle because they're going to be renting a house. So if they need something for the house, they have a bigger vehicle. So it's actually not that expensive, in all honesty, to ship it cross country. So he's going to pay to have it shipped cross country. And yeah. It's going to go to him. He's going to have it. So even when I go to New York, I'm going to pop in the van and do another video. Not selling it to him, giving it to him, but he's going to take it, fix a transmission leak and stuff like that, and drive around for a bit. And then I'll be traveling. So, when I'm out of New York, I plan on not staying in New York, and I plan on riding further down south again to Florida or something like that. I don't know yet, but I don't really plan on stopping riding the bike for at least a while. But hey, plans change, which I'm actually going to talk about plans, because if you ever make plans, don't set them in stone, because that's what always happens. I plan to not be in the van still anymore. I plan to not be in California. But you know how that goes, I didn't plan on coming back to California the first time I left. But COVID, I didn't plan on being in the van for this long, but you know how that shit goes, But Dad will take the van. He'll have it. I'll come in here. I'll make some guest appearances back in here and shit like that while he has it. And then, he said in 2 or 3 years, or whenever I want it back, and then give it back to me, because if I'm out of New York, you can still use it whenever, I was like, I don't really want it. I need to do this bike ride and stuff like that. Well, I don't need to. I think I like to think I need to, though, because I do have inner demons that I need to work out. And like when I backpack cross country, that was life changing, man. That did something for me that like no amount of like therapy or anything like that could do. Because I have issues from like my past, my childhood and stuff like that. I was like sexually abused and stuff like that. It's a whole long story to get into that. But short story, long story short, yeah. Experienced some sexual abuse as a kid and stuff like that. Not from like my family, but went through some shit. And I battled with them demons for years, man. And backpacking changed my life. In all honesty, I still battle demons and shit like that, from that time. Just like inner battle with like self-hatred and stuff like that. And anyone going through it, it's not like your fault or anything. But I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm going on this bike ride. Because the first time I went through and backpacked, oh man, it's a joys for me. And I still have this void in my life, and I don't know. I know what causes it, but I feel like I could work through this void, So we'll see. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Maybe one day I'll get deeper into all that shit, because who knows, maybe one day someone watches it could help them out, because I talk to some people randomly, That's a long story. Here's a little quick story to it. I keep on smiling. I got this for a reason. This is my only tattoo. Well, I got my Maneki Neko from my DMT trip. But that's not really a serious, meaning. It is, but it isn't, But this has, a serious meaning, sitting there, suicidal, went into the hospital. I was only there for, a night hold or some shit like that, So when I was in there, there's this guy, man. And this was, 8 years ago now. And there was this guy, just looking at me, man. Older guy, in his 60s. Short white hair, almost balding on the top, kind of crew cut white hair, short, almost a 5 o'clock shadowish white hair here, and he had either a little Chinese symbol on his neck or a little skull and crossbones tattooed on his. Looked like he'd been through some stuff, man. And I saw him standing in his doorway, looking at me, man. And I made eye contact with him, right? And he just looked at me, and he was "Keep on smiling, brother." And I was damn, man. That hit me on so many levels for some reason, man. I was shit, dude. This guy's 60, and he's in here for the same fucking reason I am, man. And I don't know, still to this day I get goosebumps about it. I was meant to be in there at that time. Because, it's still taking me years to work through. It's something I'll never fully work through. But I feel traveling and stuff like that, even I almost feel that's why I live the van life and stuff like that, because I start to I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the van's fucking sold, man. So it's going back out to New York. So still being the family and stuff like that. So I'm super excited about that. They're working on getting it shipped. So we'll see when they can get it shipped. I said within the first week or two of March. Hopefully they could get someone to come and get it. So, I might be out here till the middle of March instead of the beginning of March now. But hey, at least the van's going back home, and then I'll be able to get it back in a couple years, So at least that way, if because I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of scary. Technically people call me homeless now because I live in the van and stuff, but it's kind of scary to go be homeless, but I don't really look at it like homelessness, because I'll be traveling and stuff like that, like a vagabond or a gypsy or nomad or something like that. I'm not gonna be no offense to homeless people that stay in a place, but they call them home bums, Especially I know people are down on the luck. There's mental illness, but there's just lazy ass people who do it just because they're drug addicts and stuff like that. Nasty people out there. Those are who I'm talking about, And we all know some, But a certain people the train hoppers I talked today, I don't look at them. I talked to some train hoppers today. I mentioned it in the strain review I just did for the White Run set. I'm smoking in the blunt. It's Dizzy Small Buds. I don't look at them as really homeless. The travelers, the vagabonds, There's all different types of homelessness out there. The one time I was at a Rite Aid, I went in there, I just got a drink, some water or something like that for me and my dog, Sitting out there, smoking a cigarette, lady comes up with her kid, she comes out of Rite Aid, she's like, oh, here. And her kid comes up to me with a bag, and he's like, here, I'm sorry you're homeless, so we got you some food and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, thanks, man, I appreciate it. And the mom was like, well, now, you see his backpack and stuff like that? He was like, yeah. She was like, technically he's not homeless because you're traveling, right? I was like, yeah, I'm going from New York to California. She was like, yeah. So she was telling him technically I'm homeless, but I'm a traveler. I'm not, I'm on a mission, I'm on a journey. Yeah, so there's a big difference. But anyway, I kind of like, backpacking for 6 months, as I said, that was the happiest time of my life. I mean, I was stressed, I was miserable at times like that. But hey, that's just life, and that comes with the stresses of, I mean, I didn't hitchhike. I never stuck the thumb out. I took rides, accepted rides, but I didn't go looking for them. I didn't go panhandling or anything like that. So my parents would send me some money here and there, $50 here, $50 there, but still even $50, that's only last you and your dog a couple days, you know? Like, especially on the road walking every day, you need to eat a lot of food and stuff like that. And I'd eat a lot of ramen, a lot of peanut butter and stuff, a ton of that stuff, you know, cheap stuff. But like, doing it that way, man, it's hard. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna try to like sell some art hopefully along the way and stuff like that this time, you know. So it'll be fun going for the ride. Like I said, I've been doing the rides for a while now. Like 20-mile rides, 15-mile rides. Right now I've been cutting through some of the desert, but it's different terrain and stuff like that, so it's actually good. It's different on the legs and stuff like that. I'm noticing my leg muscles building back up and stuff like that. So every time I go out there, it gets easier and easier. I rode with the pack the other day. I have like 20 pounds in the pack right now. I was going to start riding with the trailer next week, but next week's supposed to be all windy, so I might not. But I've been walking with Buscemi in the backpack. She likes the backpack. She sleeps in there and stuff like that. That might be the hardest part about the trip, is having Buscemi. We'll see how she does. I think she'll eventually adapt well to it, but I think at first it'll be difficult. But honestly, in the long run, if I do have to find her a home, I will rehome her, because I wasn't even planning on keeping her this long. I was only going to keep her 2 weeks. I pulled her out of the engine of the van a little over a year ago now, actually. And she's cool. I love her. Like, she actually does great in the van and stuff like that. So I have faith that she'll do good on the road and stuff like that. And so she loves me, you know, and I love her. But, you know, unfortunately, it's just, I said I wasn't going to keep her, but I'm thinking she's going to do great on the ride. So I have a little spot, and the trailer has like seats in it, and behind the seats is a whole nother section. So I have this backpack in there. She likes it. She sleeps in it, and I carry her around in it. At first she meows a lot, but I think just because she's having fun. She's not like going crazy to like try to escape or clawing in there or anything. I think she's just talking like, hey, this is all. And then she'll lay down and just look around and stuff like that. So, you know. But behind the seats there's a whole little section. So I have a duffel bag I'm going to put stuff in, and then put the carrier right next to the duffel bag behind there. And the carrier has sides that open and everything, and the top opens. Well, the backpack. So I'm going to have it open at the top, and then I'm going to have have the plastic corrugated board. So I'm going to put that on top of the bag, and then put blankets and stuff like that. And then probably put like a pillow bed for her, and then maybe like I should have room for a little litter box too, I'm thinking. But then I'm going to get a collapsible basket, and then also put her in front, in the basket, in the backpack at first. We'll see how she does. But like I said, if she does well, I'll just open the top of the backpack, because she does also have neurological issues, and that's another reason why I've kept her this long, is because sometimes she does tend to freak out. So, I mean, we'll see, you know. I'm hoping the universe will have a good trip with us. I'm hoping this is the reason why she chose me to go on this trip, you know, take her on a journey. You know, Dangle, my little 3-legged chihuahua's been cross country with me twice. Driving cross country, you know. We have done overnight backpacking before, though, up on the Appalachian Trail. That was fun. And he loves it. Herbert flew cross country out from California to New York to me, because when I originally drove out to California, he was recovering from a dog attack at the time, and he was all messed up, had tubes in him and stuff like that. And I had to go because I just quit my job, so I couldn't stay, like, the time for him to heal, so he stayed with my parents. And then, like I said, I was going to stay in New York, so they flew him out, and then 4 months later, I ended up coming back out here because of COVID, you know. Well, like 6 months later, I came back out here because of COVID, you know. So, yeah, anyway. So then I drove with Dangle and Herbert cross country, and they had fun. They had a blast. They loved it, you know. So, they're like, this time, just the only, Herbert's just an asshole. So he likes to try to bite people and stuff like that, which that's kind of a good thing for protection and stuff like that, but it also makes things a little bit difficult, you know. It's like, my lab was nice and friendly until you fucked around, you know. Then it's like, oh, hell no, you know. And Herbert, he'll try to bite you first to get a nice little taste of you, and then he might be nice to you, you know. He is a nice dog, he is a sweetheart, but at first, he's an asshole. He's like 10 years old now, too. I've had him like 5 years. Crazy to think about, I've had him like 5 years, huh? This year's 5 years I've had him. I've had Dangle like, I think, 3 years now. So, Dangle's like 6 or 7. So, Buscemi's like 2 or 3. So, you know, there's me. I'm 32, you know. The oldest of the bunch. About to be in the best shape of my life, though, riding cross country. I'll tell you that. When I walked cross country, I was in pretty good shape, too, you know. For the most part, we would do 20 miles a day, on average, you know. Some days, if we'd get rides, we'd do more. Some days, if we'd get rides, we'd do less, because sometimes someone would just give us like a 10-mile ride to like a cool spot, you know, and be like, it's kind of cool here. We'll just camp out here, hang out here for the night, you know. So this isn't really no rush, no time frame or anything like that. And I mean, that's technically like this trip. The plan is to go back to New York, but is it 100%? No. I don't know where the road's going to take me. I said I might go to New York, and then I might, depending on the timing and stuff like that, I might actually ride up to Vermont and then ride down to Florida, but because there's like a bike thing I saw, and it's like I kind of want to do the Florida to to Maine, yeah, Florida to Maine. It is to the most northern point, so southern point to the most northern point. And me and my cousin were actually talking about doing that years ago, so I should hit him up. See if he wants to do that, but we were gonna go and ride bikes from like Key West, the most southern point, hit Georgia. I forget where in Georgia, but once you hit Georgia, we're gonna hop on the Appalachian Trail and hike the Appalachian Trail up to Maine. And then once we get off at like, what is it, Mount Katana or something like that's at the end. And at one end, depending on what way you start. But I think most people go up. They start down south and go up north. But you do see people doing it reverse, though. People do it that way, you know. I saw a guy doing the slack packing or whatever. They're like speed running of it. And he was going north, down south. I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. He had like nothing on him. I was like, you're a wild guy. But yeah, we're going to go do that. Then get off at the mountain there. And then get other bikes. And then make our way to the lighthouse at the most northern point. So, see if he wants to do it. But maybe just all riding bikes, you know. So, we'll see what happens with that. Because, like I said, I don't know. The plan is to go to New York. Who knows if things will change. Yeah, I'm going to bring scrubs with me, too, in case I find any vet tech work somewhere. Who knows what'll happen, you know what I'm saying? Because I know vet techs are in high demand right now, you know? I hear that a lot of places are hiring for vet techs, so I might find a cool little town, just work as a vet tech for a couple months, save up some money, let's get that all on out. Who knows? I can't call it right now. But what I do know, the van's going to New York. My neck's a little cramped, sorry. Yeah, van's going back to New York. So, that's it. But I gotta upload this video and then delete some videos on the phone because the memory's getting full. But hey, you're watching. Let me know what you're smoking on. Like I said, you're just tuning in. Thanks for just tuning in. If you're returning, thanks. Greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I'll be taking the southern route on the trip. So if you ever see me in your area, hit me up. You want to burn down or something like that, you know, I will be leaving art places. So hey, I'll be going on my Instagram and probably tagging the areas I leave the art and stuff like that. Or I might just leave them as a mystery. But if you see me make posts, if you follow me on Instagram at Pat2Horny, that's PATTOOHORNE, you might see me leave some art in your area and stuff like that, you know. So check that out, you know. Who knows? Because I do plan on drawing while I'm on the road too, and then I got some books to read too. Because I do reading when I'm on the road and camping and stuff like that. So, but hey, it's Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed your week. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. It's like almost 4 o'clock out here now, and that's West Coast time. So what, 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Hopefully you guys had a good week. You know, it's a beautiful day out here. 65 degrees. Went on the bike ride and stuff like that. Just started getting a little windy on the way back, but that's what usually happens, you know. But you're watching. Thanks for watching. Much love. Stay positive. Spread the good vibes. Let me know what you're smoking on. You know, like I said, this is Stizzy White Runts, the 7-gram smalls, $30 out the door. Just did a review on that, so go check out the review on that because I will be uploading both of these today, Sunday, February 19th, baby. I might even do another video. Who knows? Can't call it. Maybe I can. But thanks for watching. Stay positive, spread the good vibes, give people a chance. You know the deal, yada, yada, yada. Vagabond Pat, I'm out. Much love. Peace.